We have this kind of new bent on the science segment. I really enjoyed it last week, and we're going to keep going with this. Addie will explain what it is this week. But in the Discord that you can access by becoming a Patreon member at patreon.com/KenNapzok, we have the Blathering Science Club. You can go in there and just talk science, both concerning news of the day. There's always some of that to deal with, also questions. And there's the actual question channel to ask Dr. Addie and just the team. And then Addie will endeavor to answer a question that she wants to answer here on the air. So without further ado, here's Professor Addie and science for this week. What do we got?
All right, Ken. So this week, our question once again comes from Jared the TIE Pilot, our good friend who is not here this evening, but hopefully he'll find the answer to his question later. Jared asked me, how does glow in the dark work? And
I get it now.
Yeah. And the short answer, which honestly is going to be the answer to next week's question also, spoiler alert, to the point that in the Blathering Science Club, they've asked me in the week that follows that to just do a lesson on this, which is the short answer is electrons.
Got it.
So do you want to go ahead and throw the graphic up, Ken?
I do. Let's get the graphic up. We have science with graphics now, and here it is.
So glow in the dark, which I think specifically Jared was asking me about, like the old glow in the dark stars that you would put on your ceiling and things like that. That works through a process called phosphorescence, which is where these chemical substances known as phosphors absorb energy from light, and the electrons in the phosphors get quote unquote excited. I always like to explain to my students, it's like a toddler who's had too much sugar. They just get really ramped up, really, really, really excited. And eventually they will crash. When they crash, they release that extra energy in the form of visible light, which is why we can see it. And that is why glow in the dark products like stars on your ceiling or t-shirts or anything that is sort of like a painted, inky sort of glow in the dark, you always had to like leave it out in the sun to like charge it up so that it would glow in the dark.
Right. Okay.
You're charging those phosphors. Now,
could I just jump in for a second? Like, I love the description of it, like crashing all into each other. That's the fun, violent side of science we don't celebrate enough.
Yes. Science is incredibly violent. It's just on a very small scale, so we don't notice.
Also a great Dave Matthews song.
Okay. Go back to your game, producer Steve, but great point.
So I did a little bit of extra credit work on this because I wanted to also know how glow sticks worked. So glow sticks are a slightly different thing that is happening. Glow sticks operate through something called chemiluminescence, which is literally light from a chemical reaction. You have two liquids in the glow stick. One of them is in the glow, well, technically three because you have a dye. One of them is in the stick itself, and then the other one is encased in tiny glass vials in the glow stick. That's why when you crack it, it makes that sound. You're actually breaking little pieces of glass inside the plastic wrap. And by breaking it open, those two chemicals mix together and they create a chemical reaction where the chemical gives off the electrons that excites the dye molecule in the glow stick, causing it to light up. And that's why for these, the light lasts throughout the reaction. As the reaction completes and there's no more molecules left to react, that's when your glow sticks lose and slowly fade over time. They lose their light and die. And that's why they aren't rechargeable, because there's no more chemicals to do the reaction.
Are you talking about glow sticks or love? Hey, all right. Right? Same thing? No? Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Science can explain love. You just did it right there. This is fantastic because who as a kid did not love breaking the glow sticks at a party or a camp. Oh, it was one of my favorite things. It was a very satisfying sound.
Now, I don't know if Steve is still there.
He is.
Steve,
Hello.
do you want to ask your follow-up question, or do you want me to just answer it?
So I'll go ahead and ask it. So I mentioned this to Eddie. I'm sorry, I was in a fit of rage actually. First week of the season, Ken, I actually just broke my my microphone stand while Jalen Hurts just ran in for a touchdown. Anyway,
Steve
Christ.
is violent.
we won the Super Bowl. I shouldn't be this angry. Jalen Carter's an idiot. So I asked Addie if I told her, I said, so, Addie, I knew a kid once when I was a wee boy who may or may not have lost a bet. And he may or may not have had to ingest the substance from those like glow in the dark necklaces that like snap together. Like, those ones that like you kind of like you crack them and they glow, and then they have like the little male and female end, and you could like wear it as like a necklace or like a bracelet or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does my friend have to like worry about anything like later in life from like a health standpoint? Is he going to be okay?
You used to say, "Is Steve gonna die?"
Well, I said it was my friend, Ken.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Steve, I have good news and I have bad news for your friend.
Hit me with the bad news first, Doc. I've always wanted to say that.
Well, you're gonna have to ask that question again when this all comes to roost. Yes.
So the bad news is, and I do appreciate you asking me this follow-up question this afternoon because I had to do a little more research. And then I actually conferred with one of my colleagues before we left work tonight.
I don't have to pay for this, do I?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
So the bad news is that in the 90s, we used way worse chemicals in glow sticks than we do.
Shit.
Steve. Oh, shit.
The chemicals that we used in glow sticks apparently can form a compound that is known as a dioxin. Dioxins are quite poisonous. If you ever do you all remember, I think it might have been in like the early 2000s when Russia poisoned the president of the Ukraine and his face got all like poxy? That was suspected dioxin poisoning.
I mean, Putin didn't do it. He was too close to glow sticks, right? That's probably was the answer. Okay.
So the bad news, that is the bad news for your friend Steve, is that the chemicals that they used in glow sticks could have formed dioxins, which are bad for you. So as my friend who is a biochemist who I conferred with on this put it, did it probably cause a malformation in the DNA? Yes. The good news is that's probably not what's going to kill your friend, because you have been exposed in your lifetime, and you continue to be exposed in your house and in your car and in your workplace to a lot of chemicals that are not great for you. And the soup is what is going to kill us all.
Oh, you mean the soup? It's soup season, and that's going to kill Steve's friend and me?
Not the soup itself.
Okay. The micro electrons in the micro dioxins in our soup?
No. Don't eat your soup, kids. It's fine. But no, there's just we have put a lot of chemicals into a lot of things.
Yeah.
Rather recklessly, because the EPA in this country does not require that a company prove a chemical is safe before it goes to market. They only have to prove that it's not dangerous once people start getting sick.
Well, Steve, have your friend reported as soon as they feel anything weird in their tummy.
So all I'm saying is, Steve, I don't think your friend has to worry about the glow stick. You've been exposed to a lot worse at a lot higher dosages than the one glow stick that they had to drink when they were 9.
So the microplastics are going to get me before then, is what you're saying.
Right. But
The microplastics, the Teflon chemicals, the flame retardants in your couch, they're all coming for you.
I mean, yeah. But now, is there an activator? And is there like a, kind of period of time where it's no longer a worry? Like Steve has a Diet Coke, Steve's friend has a Diet Coke, and suddenly the glow stick juice is activated? Nothing like that? No
Nothing
worries
like
there?
that. It's more of a time.
Okay.
Time is the activator.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Steve. I think you have a fighter's chance.
So wait, hold on. I have more questions than I had before. So am I okay, or sorry, is my friend okay, or like is this just a matter of, am I a ticking time bomb? Is that what we're saying?
What I'm saying is, if something happens, I don't think it was the glow stick.
Okay. So you're saying someone who's okay. I think I see what she's saying, Ken. She's saying if you're dumb enough to eat a glow stick, you've probably consumed other terrible things or are likely to do something else that will kill you more likely than the contents of a glow stick.
Steve, quit
That's good
licking
science.
the fire retardant off your couch. Stop it.
He doesn't even have to lick it, and when you sit down on it and you get that nice of air when the cushions go down, they just go right into the air. This is what I study flame retardants in the air, Ken. I could talk about this for days.
We might need to. Though I do have a lot of fans going. Does that help spreading the flame retardant gases around? Oh boy, there's a lot going on. See, this is why I love science, but also I think why it could cause fear. Because Addie, you're giving us great information, but now I'm afraid to sit on my couch, let alone drink a glow stick.
So this is what I try. I try, and maybe I failed to alleviate with when I talk to people. It's like you lived in blissful ignorance, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And it was still there. It was already there. So now that you know about it, doesn't make a difference now that you know about it.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. No, I get you. It's like the reverse of, Pluto was always a planet. We just didn't, discover it till 1934 or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
This is like this is like the dangers are always there. You just are now paying attention. So, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like everything in the world, but it's fantastic. So we got the glow sticks. We got, go ahead.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't worry about my chemical exposures. We all got to go somehow.
There you go. I like this. Whether it's drinking glow sticks or fighting the Cowboys as an eagle, we all die somehow. We learned a lot here today. We learned a lot. Did Jared ask this question because he's going to a rave? What was inspired his full question?
I wish I knew. So when we before we started the official Discord Blathering Science Club channel, which become a patron on Patreon, get access to the Discord, come ask us science questions.
There you go.
I had reached out to a small subset of the Blathering community and asked for questions for last week's first segment because I needed some inspiration of what we were going to talk about. And this was one of the ones he sent me. And like last week with his Godzilla question, it was one of those ones where I was like, I vaguely know the answer to this question, but I want to learn something. So let's figure this out.
Which is the joy of science. And we did learn it today. And the final lesson here, Michael McCarcel says, so Addie is saying we can take the edge off with a nice cold glass of glow stick goo. We are not saying that. We are saying do not gamble irresponsibly and do not drink glow stick goo irresponsibly.
Don't drink it irresponsibly, but it is safer. If you have a stash of 90s glow sticks, definitely don't drink those.
Don't do it. Go for the more organic 2010s glow sticks.
A nice 2015 vintage of glow stick.
Yes. Beautiful. Addie, I love it. Thank you. It was a wonderful segment as always. What's the preview for next time?
So next time, our question comes from Brady, who wants to know why sodium is explosive when you put it into water and chlorine gas will kill you when you breathe it in. But if you put the two of them together, you get table salt.
Oh, wow. Yes. Perfect for a football snack themed show next week. Love that. Brady, thanks for that question. Jared the Tide Pilot, thanks for that question. But most importantly, Dr. Addy, thank you for being here for these wonderful answers and for asking your colleagues. This is how serious it's getting. You're asking other people in the science community.
Yeah, I had to get a second opinion.
Don't we all? And I think producer Steve's friend should probably get a third opinion from a medical professional.
An actual medical doctor. Yeah. To be clear, no medical advice, not an actual medical doctor.
I ask again, where were the parents? Where were the parents where a little kid was being forced to drink glow sticks? Addie, thank you. Go watch your fantasy football team get some points.
Oh, I'm going to watch the Rays, Ken. We're on a 6-game winning streak.
All right, you can have 2 screens up. It'll be good. It'll be good. Thank you, Dr. Addy.